twist of fate was responsible. At the onset of the war between the states, neither side was prepared for a prolonged war. Both sides earnestly believed the war would be a short one. Therefore, no one had really even considered the holding of thousands of enemy soldiers who would eventually be taken prisoner. As the war dragged on, the necessity to care for these prisoners became more apparent and critical. At first, both sides used a parole system, in many instances right on the battlefield. The prisoners would state on their honor that they would go home and fight no longer until officially exchanged. This system exchanged prisoners. As a result, large prison camps like Andersonville were established. The earliest camps for Union prisoners were in and around Richmond, Virginia. However, by 1863, the Union prisoner population in Richmond had grown to the point that it caused a serious drain on the city's dwindling food supply.
Yeah.
Richmond was also under constant threat of attack, and as General Lee pointed out,
these northern captives could prove to be a liability in the event of such an attack.
The South began looking for alternative sites. Eventually, southwest Georgia was chosen. They came to the small community of Andersonville, which at that time had approximately 20 residents. This site was finally chosen because of its proximity to the railroad, the presence of a creek to be used, and the thud of shovels echoed as the sandy soil was stripped of its lofty pine.
Want me to stop this for a minute?
They cut the logs into 20-foot lengths, then hewed them by hand on two sides so that they would fit closely together. The timbers were then placed upright in a 5-foot deep trench. One prisoner's diary mentions
So those white poles are is the deadline. You walk in there and you get shot. See that? Yeah. See where the stockade is?
Yeah.
See those white poles?
Yeah.
That's the deadline. Confederate earthworks. It's either a well or an escape tunnel.
I think it's a well. Can't see the escape.
That might have caved in.
I don't know.
God, just think of all the men they hit back in.
Oh, it's not working.
Ah, boy, you got sent to Andersonville prison. You're dead now.
So did you.
I'd like to live in that little lean-to for about 14 months.
No, thanks. Look, got some guard towers on the top.
Yeah.
Drugs was meager. There was only a limited quantity of quinine, opium, and other
Dispensary,
material preparations,
second and third hospital.
mostly consisting of herbs and roots, such as sumac berries, white oak bark, prickly ash.
Okay, just drive slow.
The medical facilities were not much better.
Okay.
To your right was the location of the Shed Hospital. The hospital had 22 sheds, 100 feet long and 22 feet wide. Each shed was to accommodate 50 patients. It was definitely an improvement over the two previous hospitals where the patients were housed in tents.
Okay.
Yet it was... Gas,
Good, I'm
food,
taking pictures.
and lodging are also available. This cassette tape tour is available for sale at our sales outlet. Upon returning the tape, please do not forget your driver's license. Have a safe journey.
Yeah, did you hear that? They found 2 Union bodies inside the stockade in 1890, and they buried them. They were the last 2 to be buried.
Travels really fast. Advance.
That's the mention. Try to get all of these.
I'm taking. I'm rolling.
This is the... This is the Civil War cemetery there. You can tell by how close the graves are taken together. Look at that.
No, I'm taking pictures.
Looks like a field of marble, doesn't it?
It does.
Maneuvered in a position of battle. Music band. Attention! Load! The weapon is now loaded. Appropriately cover fuel. Soldiers then be given a command such as: fire company. Company ready. Aim. Fire. Cover. Arm.
Private August Brotnover, a Union infantryman, wrote this account of the action here on September 20th. Brotnover served in the 10th Wisconsin Infantry.
As soon as it was light, we were marched to the front, in line with the rest of our brigade. But by this time, we were in good fighting condition. Everybody was anxious to go ahead and do something. We were about out of provisions, too. Even water was scarce with us. All the forenoon, we were moving around in the woods without seeing the enemy. Some bullets came by our heads and several men were hit. Then we were ordered to lay up logs for breastworks and get behind it quick. The rebels frequently advanced on our left while we were rolling logs together. Later the attack became more general along our line. We had to work on our breastworks at intervals when we were not being attacked. Gradually began to let them get quite near to us before firing. And in that way,
Come on.
I'm getting a better picture from where I am here. Kill the rest of it, so.
Just let him go.
Right here.
Alva Greast, a Union soldier in the 72nd Indiana Mounted Infantry Regiment, wrote this account of the action here at midday on September 20th. Greast served in Wilder's brigade.
The cannonading was awful. For 4 mortal hours, this terrible strife went on, the rebels bringing up fresh troops continually, while every available man of ours was engaged. We are fighting at least 3 to 1. 4 times did they charge our brigade. 4 times did we send them back again. They come 7 lines deep. Can we repulse them? For a moment, our lines waver. Then we gain. They run. Now Wilder orders a charge, and leaping the works, we take a host of those daring Confederates prisoners. An orderly brings the word that the rebels have broken through the infantry, and we are cut off from our main force. So we fell back to our horses, and marching in line over hill and dale, we at last came out on the Chattanooga road. The road is full of wagons, caissons, guns, ambulances, and stragglers from every regiment almost in the Army. As I write this, the train is passing towards Chattanooga. We are to remain all night until all our wagons get by.
Brian, do you see a stack of cannonballs out on the battlefield?
No, why?
Oh, it's supposed to mark Rosecrans headquarters.
Way over there.
It's Rosecrans headquarters, I think, is right there. There's a monument to the left.
Wait. That would have to be that if they have a pile of cannonballs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where?
Over there, see? Straight. See behind that one tree? Across the road?
No, I think that's too far to the right. That's Snodgrass Hill.
Then what is it? Right here, Dad. Did you get this?
What? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Minnesota. That looks like a neat picture.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Indiana Infantry Regiment wrote this account of the defense of Snodgrass Hill. Hunter's regiment was located on this ridge. This hill proved to be the key to the battlefield, for the enemy had to take it in order to get around Thomas. About 1 p.m., the enemy made the most determined and furious attack upon us that I ever saw or heard of, charging right up against our line, which we repulsed with great slaughter to them and with equal determination. They made charge after charge, and the more we repulsed them, the more furious they became, until the roar of battle and the surge of the charge made the very earth tremble beneath us. Everything was drowned by the rattle of musketry and the tumult of the onslaught. I judged from the way they fought us that they knew that they had 3 or 4 times the number of men we did. At least they kept up the fighting, never ceasing for scarcely a moment for nearly 4 hours. No artillery was used on either side. At least I could hear none. But it was a fight with the deadly musket.
Where are they now? Looks like they got broken off. The guy's hands. See, that works, doesn't it?
The Confederate hopes of victory slipped away as Union reinforcements came ashore. Weary and exhausted Union soldiers were reinforced by the fresh reserves. Confederate soldiers, also weary and exhausted, would spend a fitful night. There were no reserves for the Confederates. It is difficult to view this tranquil river scene and imagine the turmoil and confusion of that April day when the events which took place here at Pittsburgh Landing turned the tide of battle. After nearly 13 hours of relentless fighting, Confederate forces stood poised for victory. A series of brutal frontal assaults had pushed the Union forces into a cordon around their supply base here at the landing.
Stop here?
No.
We'll stop too.
field. It's called Wicker Field. And it's on the east side of the road. Wicker Field.
What would that be named after?
Somebody.
A person?
Yeah.
Wicker's
Yes,
Field.
Colonel. You bet.
Wicker's
It's called Wicker Field. It's a little teeny
Didn't
field.
look that one up.
And there's the Missouri State Memorial is on the right side of the road as you're going north. And it's in the shape of the state of Missouri.
Oh.
Marble. And it's got all the names of the regiments, Confederate and Federal, that were here. And that is the Missouri. 3,700. Between 37 and 3,800. It's the largest single battlefield in the nation.
So all that is here was battlefield.
Yeah, most of what's here was in the battle. The only park that has the entire battlefield within it was Duncan Field. There was a farmer that had a plot somewhere out in here in Duncan. He worked these grounds.
So whenever there was a battle, it was just farmland that the Union, and they were in this position, and then the Confederates came in from these. Why do we see so few Tennesseans in this?
You'll see a lot of Tennesseans in this battle. They had a huge contingent up here. They're hold too well, son. Now you gonna take my pictures?
Sure, I got.
Well, let me get these.
Artillery there.
They did. But they ran out.
I'll take a picture here.
Mm-hmm. Ryan,
I'm gonna try that.
this is the hornet's nest. Man, look at that undergrowth in there.
Every gun you can find. This order was issued by Confederate General Daniel Russell during the Sunday afternoon fight. He was determined to make an all-out attempt to break the Union defense of the sunken road. Southern cannoneers began rolling the pieces into position here until 62 cannon stood in a line practically hub to hub. The salvos they unleashed upon the rail fence and the woods beyond pinned the Union troops to the ground, unable to rise and return the fire. The boom of 12-pounders.
Right here is perfect.
Seven layers deep, my lord.
Yes, sir. Water is blood.
side of Shiloh Church.
Said it was on this side, and mostly it was made out of wood.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh. Must not be working, Brian. Brian, don't hit it.
Okay. Just trying to... This is what's left of the field.
Nah.
It's all under here.
That tree must have got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
It looks like it hit by lightning. Or it right away.
Right away. Look in that tree for bullets, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian goes, boy, too bad you don't have a metal detector here. And I said, you can't have a metal detector here in Winston Law.
Brian, these places have been scoured by metal detectors.
Yeah. This is where the Union camps were. I might want to... Over there.
But then when we go back out, it's this way.
Yeah. After that big hole.
That big hole. But I want to back up so once I get out.
25th Missouri Resident right there. And here come the Confederates down. there a thing to press? Nope.
Nope.
Can you read that?
Trying to check.
Pick up your feet.
Or something. It's not working. Film mine up with I am. Please.
Yeah, everybody.